I'm my liability, literally. In this series, I've set out to accomplish the strongest low-level pure Gillinor has ever seen. A 10 HP Iron Man account with 60 attack, 99 strength, and just 31 prayer. No overheads. My end goal is to get my hands on the coveted Dragon Claws and rush people to Narnia. But there's a twist. If I get 11 HP, I'm restarting, and that's a fact. In the last video, I completed 50 raids on my 10 HP Iron Man account with 31 prayer and no overheads. How did I do it? The answer I thought was simple, but apparently not so much. So basically what I'm doing in raids is I'm skilling primarily every chance I can to skill with the team. I'm doing that, whether that's in the thieving room, which is the best for my account, or the ice demon room, which is the second best. I'm also trying to do tight ropes and shortcuts, just any way to possibly maximize my points. While they're doing combat rooms, I obviously can't take part in them, so what I'm doing is I'm catching bats, eating a rock cake to get my HP from 10 to 9, and then healing myself with the bats, which give me either 52 or 60 points, depending on which type of bat I eat. So with that being said, the primary goal of this video is to do a lot of skilling, particularly in the skills that I need to do in raids. Because remember, more skilling equals more points, and more points equals a better chance at getting the Dragon Claws. Oh, and by the way, the shortcuts in raids work like this. They take the average skill level of your party, and then it either adds or subtracts up to 2 levels of that average, and that will be the requirement for the raid. Towards the end of the video, I'll factor out the average chance of me getting Dragon Claws on this account, and I'll also do the 0 XP method 6 times that will put my 10 HP account on the line. I figure if I'm actually going to be doing the amount of raids I'm going to show you I need to do at the end of the video in order to get Dragon Claws, I better have this account completely done, which means I'm going to have to put it on the line to do some quests that I want completed. Alright, enough talking, let's jump into the video. Alright, here we go. Here are our first Battlefront teleports on the account. The Battlefront teleports are going to be pivotal on this account for doing farm runs, specifically at the Farming Guild. Within the Farming Guild are farming contracts, which I've learned later in the video that this is actually going to be meta on this account in terms of collecting seeds, specifically herb seeds, so I can farm my herbs and of course get the herbler level up. So here we go, first time entering Farming Guild. I believe that I could go in here, right? Oh, 65? Rip, man. So I can go here. Alright. So we got a flower patch, bush, and 2 allotments, and cacti. So I have a strategy, and that's to make maple trees, and also simultaneously plant orange trees. You need oranges to actually protect these maple trees, so I'll be able to get oranges by picking the orange trees. Yeah, I think that makes sense, right? Scuffed explanation, but you guys understand what I'm trying to do. Okay, so here comes 65 farming here. This will unlock the mid-tier of the Farming Guild. Thank you very much. You can also grow Hespori. I won't be able to complete that. I don't think you can cannon. And if you can, it's still probably not worth it. I don't know the boss too well, but I know it is an instanced area, so we're not going to be doing that. So this should be my first farming contract, the Nasturtium coming in. Let's see what I get from the first seed pack. Oh yeah. Very nice. Snapegrass seeds are really good, and so are the limpwort roots. And I just noticed it's actually going to be smarter to do the easy ones because I'm going to get limpwort seeds. I really need those badly. This is a beautiful sight, my friends. 3 for 3 on the mahogany trees. Look at all that XP coming in there is 72, and you can now grow Calcat trees. Man, Calcats used to be a vital part of my 200 mil farming. I miss them. I can't wait to get back to doing those. But look at all that XP, 45k farming XP coming in. That was absolutely beautiful. And our first Calcat tree is completed. There's 73 farming as well. You can now grow Landentine. Very nice. So we actually got all the way up to 79 farming. I did most of this on mobile, so I don't have the clips, but with this farming got me a whole heck of a lot of herbs, so I want to cash in some easy herbler levels. And 60 herbler on the account. The nice thing about that is you can now clean Noxifer, which is for raids. That's to make the overload potions, and I have never been able to clean that, so I've always been putting the grimy Noxifer inside the shared chest. So now I'll have the clean Noxifer. And there's 61. Okay, I was just cleaning herbs and I got to 62 herbler. That was cool. And this is gonna get us to 63 there. You can now make super restores. Very, very nice. The nice thing about super restores is I have like 80 snapdragon seeds in the bank, which I can make into snapdragons. I'll still have to collect the red spider eggs, but check this out. Although we only have 35 snapdragons, we have, oh, okay, 74, I'm wrong a little bit. But yeah, we just have a ton of snapdragon seeds. So that's gonna be a crazy amount of XP. Here comes 64 herbler. This will be the last level that I get from these pots. But pretty happy with that. Up to 1399 total level now. So just one more for 1400. And if I was smart, I would have known that these amulet of chemistry are actually used to potentially get a 5th dose, or a 4th dose I should say, when you are doing herbler. So I would have done that like an hour ago, but whatever, live and learn. So now I'm at an interesting part on this account. I'm at 70 fletching, and what I realized is I'm really short of GP. So what I'm thinking of doing is actually using these U logs to make U longbows, which requires 70 fletching. Okay, there we go. So that should be all of the U longbows unstrung made, 563. Now we get to the fun part of picking 563 flax and making that all into bowstrings. So I think the best method for this is actually just going to be the classic Sears Village. Man, I can remember the nostalgic days of me picking flax, selling it for 100 each, while making bowstrings and then selling it for 100 each. So there's an equal number of bowstrings to U longbows. So in the process of making these all into U longbows right now, but here comes 71 fletching. All bows are completed there. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna elk underneath the sea here. So what I can do is I can loot the seaweed spores when they spawn. So I'm winding down here on the final couple U longbows, and this was actually a really good idea. There's the rest of them, 317k. But the reason why it was a good idea is I got 26 seaweed spores, which is actually really good for the account. With all that farming, we also got a decent amount of giant seaweed, which I'll be using to create soda ash. This is really easy. On the 4th one, you can actually just manually use it to make it even quicker. But we're already down to our final 3. There we go. So 696 soda ash. That's so nice for crafting. What I need to eventually do is actually mine sandstone, I think. That's going to be the best method, just to collect bulk sand. Alright, I got a full inventory. What happens now? Teach me the ways, Jagex. Okay, deposit. Oh, that's good. Good. Deposit. How many buckets do you wish to deposit? Let's do 2,000. Okay, I guess you just deposit in the grinder. The grinder is now holding enough sandstone equivalent to 35 buckets of sand. Nice. Oh, okay, so then I can claim at 2k. So grind everything. So it's 839. Claim 839. Okay, that's not bad. Damn. What my goal is, I'm not sure. Is it just 85 to hopefully get a Fury? 75, you unlock the Slayer Ring, which is nice. I'm not sure. I'm just grinding out levels. Alright, we have 72 mining coming in here, and the servers are finally fixed. Thank the dear Lord. There it is. Right on. So we're about 500 XP off here of 73 mining. First time 3-ticking in quite a while. Actually pretty impressed I still know how to do this. There it is. So at some point all of these will become air orbs, and also I'm gonna have much more than 1500. Again, I need over 50,000 of these to get to 99 crafting. But I noticed something. When these all become air orbs, I still need to attach them to battle staffs. I believe that you can buy battle staffs for 8k each in the Wizards Guild, and they're unlimited. Well, there's 5 per world, you just have to continue hopping. But I also noticed that you can get 15 of these for 7k each per day if you do the Varrock Easies. Unfortunately, I can't do the Varrock Mediums because a Soul's Bane, I believe, gets defense XP. But let's go ahead and smash out these Easies, shouldn't take long. So now I should be able to talk to Toby. So the Varrock Armor 1 is actually nice. This is comparable to a steel plate body, and I have 1 defense. And it's also a lot lighter, only 1 kg. And then also this has a 10% chance of mining 2 ores at once, I believe up to coal. And then also smelting 2 bars at once up to steel. So those are decent things on the account. So I might as well buy my first 15. I have just enough GP. I guess the last thing I can do right now is just use this. We're going to use it on Herbler, of course. 2500 XP. So now that the Varrock Easies are done and I have yet another method to get battle staffs, let's actually jump into some crafting levels here. So I'm using some of this molten glass right now. Here comes 60 crafting. Nice even level there. You can now craft dragonhide chaps. Very nice. We can also do birdhouses. Again, I probably won't do those at all. I use most of my longs for fletching. And there's 63. Just 3 levels now off of the air orbs. And there's 64. So just 2 levels out of making air orbs. The interesting thing is I was talking to some other people in the 10 HP Discord. I'll leave a link to that down below, by the way, if you are 10 HP and want to join that. A lot of them were saying that I should actually be making lantern lenses versus unpowered orbs, and just saying to totally F it and don't make battle staffs, especially because I'm 31 prayer. So I'm going against what they're saying, and the reason why is because when I do make these orbs, I'm going to go from 82 to 94 magic. What they're saying is I could get the magic XP by doing other things like Motherlode Mine to 99 mining, but again, I'm not really sure how I'm going to afford those natures. So we're just going to stick with, my gut and what I think. There's several different ways to play the game. Hopefully it works out for me. We'll see. And 65. And there it is, 66 crafting. We can finally make the air battle staffs. Let's grab 14 of these, 14 of these. And the first air battle staffs coming in on the account, 137.5 XP each. Very, very nice. We're going to be making over 50,000 of these on my journey to 99 crafting, and also elking 50,000 of them as well. Alright, and here comes 70 crafting on the account. This will be a nice milestone level here. One step closer to finally using my black dragonhide in the bank. Let's see how many of those I have. 232 of them. Damn, are those going to be some nice alchables. And of course, I want to stock up on black d'hide chaps and varminces. I think it's level 81 and 83 to use those. Let's just take a quick peek. Oh, 79 and 82. Okay. So while I make some air orbs here in the background, I want to talk to you guys about the chances of this account actually getting the dragon claws. So according to the old school RuneScape wiki, it says the chance of obtaining a unique loot can be calculated by performing the following tasks. Calculate the chance of receiving a unique loot, number of points divided by 8675. Convert the result by dividing the result by 100, and then calculating the chance of receiving a specific unique loot by dividing the weight of the item by the sum of the total weights, and then multiplying the first result with the second result. So now I need to determine what my average number of points per game is. Now it's somewhere between 8 and 10,000, but for simplicity's sake, let's use the number 8,675. That way we're dividing the number by itself and we're going to get a clean number of 1. Next, we're going to take 1 and divide it by 100, and now we're going to get 1%. Next, we're going to calculate the chance of receiving a specific unique by dividing the weight of the item by the sum of the total weights. So item weight divided by 69, The dragon claws have a weighting of 3, so you're going to do 3 divided by 69, and then the final thing we're going to do is we're going to take that number and times it by the 1%, and this gives us 0.000435. This number is the equivalent of 1 in 2,500. So yeah, 1 in 2,500. Let's make sure we get some other stuff on this account done before I actually continue this grind. There's a couple things on this account that I haven't quite done yet that are still very dangerous and can get me an HP level. One of those things is completing one small favor. Now within this quest, there's a dwarven mine where you have to kill 3 gang members. Basically, the long and the short of the story is I just recently completed this quest on South Mitten using the no XP method. So I felt really confident with it, and I decided that I wanted to do it on my liability as well. And so I took the necessary precautions. I went to cockatrices. I got my stats down to 2 attack and 2 strength. You know, in the event that I messed up the no XP method, killed all the gang members, and well, I realized that I didn't talk to the gang leader on my liability first, so I had to kill the gang leaders again. So I was really triggered at that point. I was not going back to cockatrices to get my stats down again, and I was so pissed off that I just threw my 1,200 hours of this account on the line.
This should work. Once I close this interface, I'll attack it. Bruh. That's the dumbest way to get 13 hit points ever.
Yeah, that was Camp Q, but I wanted to show you that clip first to show you the potential dangers of doing this. And not just once, but 3 times. I honestly wish I was joking right now. But my liability's on the line. 11 HP and I'm restarting, and that's a fact. And I am going to DDS spec these dwarf gang members to Narnia because I'm so pissed off. So, yeah, good luck to us. If I miss this by even 1 tick, which is 0.6 seconds, the account is ruined. So let's set up the first one. Here we go. Well, looks like the first one is potentially set up. Okay. And brown hair complete. All right, let's set up the second one. Okay. It's 2 down. And the last one is set up. Will my liability live for another day? Or will I miss it by 1 tick and get 11 HP? We are about to see in 3, 2, 1. He lives for another day. Perfect. Once again, 2 times in a row. And it's time to move on and finish the quest. Okay, and this should be quest complete. Here is the red mahogany log you asked for. There we go. So let's use both of these on Herbler. No, I'm not using them on Slayer because I couldn't care less about Slayer on this account. So Herbler is the best option, 100%. Okay, and creeping really close to 65. 1 small favor in green. How good is that? Wow, what an episode. Ton of skilling levels coming in, 1 small favor completed with no HP XP. Really the only thing left that I'd like to do on this account before I get back to raids is get black gloves, and I can get that by doing Evil Dave, but to do that I do have to do Shadow of the Storm, which will give me some HP XP. But with 130 HP XP left to 11 HP, I may even be able to go for the Granite Mall after all. Oh, there's so many decisions to make, and I can't wait to make them. Let me know what you guys think down below. If you are new here and enjoyed this content, a subscription to the channel would be greatly appreciated. Approaching 35,000 subscribers. We'll see you guys next episode. Thanks so much for watching. Take it easy. Peace.